going to fix the truck, then go and pick up the water for the vegetables and for the building work. But now we've had a lot of rain, so we don't need to do that. The road will be impassable, but the tank has had about 20,000 litres put in it, so that's plenty now for a few weeks. Another reason for doing these videos is that we would like to share with you what the Lord has done for us over the years. We know people are going through a difficult time in England and in other parts of the world, and people's jobs are being affected, people's lifestyles are being affected, and that people are not able to live as they used to live. And this also is affecting believers. But believers do not have the same problems as the unbelievers. Although the problems are there, they also have a Father in heaven who has promised to take care of them and to provide them with the things that they have need of. We are allowed to pray. We have been asked to pray. Give us this day our daily bread. But often we can forget about God. We can forget that we have a Father in heaven. And although the Bible is full of reminders and full of instances of the Lord providing, and there are many books that have been written many years ago, there's not many accounts of great deliverances and great provisions in our day. And that's because many people are trusting in their work, they're trusting in their insurance policies, they're trusting in the NHS and many safety measures that they have put in place, and they have forgotten that God is the same. The Lord Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever, and He is still able to provide and to sustain His own people. In Psalm 107 and from verse 23, the psalmist gives us a description of some sailors who have gone out into the deep, and a storm has come. They go down into the ships and do business in great waters. These see the works of the Lord and the wonders in the deep. For He, that is God, raises the storm, and He lifts up the waves thereof. It is God whom is in complete control of that situation. They go right up into the heavens, and they go right down into the depths. But then they cry, these sailors, they cry unto the Lord in their trouble, and He, that is God, delivers them from their distresses. It is Him who brings the storm, and it is Him whom delivers them. And in the lives of believers, the greater the storm, the greater we ought to be crying unto the Lord, and the greater the deliverance will be. The more thankful we will be for the deliverance because of the distress that we have been in. You think of a thirsty man. He will be more thankful for a cup of water than for a man whom is not thirsty. And that is how God works with His people. He brings them to an extremity, to the end, when they have lost all hope in themselves, and then they cry unto Him, and He delivers them out of their distresses. As believers, this is something that we will have to prove in our own lives, that in our extreme hardship and in our extreme difficulty and in our trials and temptations of life, we will experience this firsthand. And in our own life, Elsie and I have experienced it many times. When we were running the business back in England, money was not always available, and the workers had to be paid, and that often left us short. But the Lord always provided for us. On one occasion, I was persuaded that I should go to Africa to visit Dalmas, and it was a prayerful persuasion, and I felt it to be of the Lord, yet we did not have sufficient money to pay for the flights. we had in our account a mortgage account, and that had some money in, so we decided that we would use that money, and we prayed that the Lord would provide us with our mortgage should the time come. Elsie paid for the flights, and as soon as she had pressed enter and the money had been transferred, the phone rang, and there was someone on the line saying that they had been putting money aside for us to be used specifically for our mortgage, and they wanted to transfer that money straight away, and it was over double, even treble, the amount that had just been paid on the flights. So we saw then that God was able to assist us in our financial needs, and even before we have called upon Him, He is able to answer us. And the Lord Jesus Christ tells us He knows the things that you have need of, even before we ask of Him. Thank you very much for listening. I will try to produce another video next week. Sorry if it's a bit amateurish, but it's all a bit new to us. We wish you all well from all of us here in Kenya.